Hello everyone. We are back, and so as I mentioned, completed 40 battles in the July ranked ladder, and they have been either with the Zekrom EX or the Reshiram EX deck you see right here. This, of course, being slightly tweaked from the basic that they give you. Again, both of those do have a losing rate at this point, so I'm going to try to implement some other ideas that I've got, and one of the ideas I found was using the Ethan's Ho-Oh and the Armarouge Golden Flame Fire Off ability combo to power up whatever basic or whatever Pokemon you have up front. And a deck list that I found online had this. So Reshiram does take a bit of a back seat in this, but we'll go through each of these cards just to kind of look at them. So we've got the Durant EX, of course the Charcadet, and the Armarouge Fire Off. As often as you like during your turn, you may remove a fire energy from one of your bench Pokemon to your active Pokemon. And what's fantastic about this, which you'll see hopefully as we play through, is that it says fire energy. It does not say basic fire energy. So we'll get into why that matters here in a bit. Then the Chi-Yu, which is helpful later game, getting back some of your discarded energies. And then of course the Mega Fire of Envy, doing the additional 90 damage if you had someone knocked out last turn, which we're not as likely to use, but it's there. The Ethan's Ho-Oh EX, the Golden Flame ability being, once during your turn, you may attach up to 2 basic fire energy cards in your hand to one of your benched Ethan's Pokemon, which Ethan's Ho-Oh is the only one in here, so they'll always go to him, and then use the Armarouge to get those energy elsewhere to the active. Reshiram EX is your late game clincher, because Blazing Burst does 50 more damage for each prize card your opponent has taken. Iron Bundle Hyper Blower. Once during your turn, if this Pokemon's on your bench, you may switch out your opponent's active Pokemon to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active Pokemon. If you do, discard this Pokemon and all attached cards. So it's literally just there for the ability. Wellspring Mask Ogrepon EX, which previous to Destined Rivals, that did have a deck featuring this guy that did really well, and I'll show that deck here in a bit. Iron Hands EX, thank you very much. It's just really good for getting multiple prize cards, especially from the weaker Pokemon. Latias EX, critical for the free retreat cost for basic Pokemon. Lily's Clefairy EX, which will do really well with the Area Zero. Mew EX, Monkey Dory, Pheasantipity, Squawkabilly, Terapagos EX, again Unified Beatdown when you load up your bench. And let's go down to the energies. The trainers and supporters are all pretty basic, but the energies is where this will really shine. There's not a lot of them. You've only got 7 of the basic fire, but these are important. So the Legacy Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy, but provides only 1 energy at a time. And if the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out, they take 1 fewer prize card. So this every energy means it is a fire energy. It's not basic, but Armarouge's ability doesn't require to be basic, so this can be moved with Armarouge. Same with Prism Energy. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, provides 1 energy, and if it's attached to a basic Pokemon, this card provides every type of energy, but provides only 1 energy at a time. Again, Fire Off will allow you to move those around, and the majority of this deck is basic Pokemon, so pretty much just don't attach it to the Charcadet, which will then become an Armarouge, and you'll be good to go, good to move those around. And just to show how similar it was to my old Ogrepon deck, so again, Wellspring Mask Ogrepon was kind of the star, Torrential Pump with the Sparkling Crystal, and this is a variation. Once all the new cards came in, I kind of stopped using it as a primary deck on the ladder and just used it for certain types of trainer trials. So, but a lot of the cards that were in here was one copy anyway. So you got the Teal Mask Ogrepon. There's also Cornerstone Mask is also in here. And you had the Pikachu EX, Latias EX, Clefairy EX, Mew EX. So a lot of these will seem or are very familiar from the previous deck. Blood Moon Ursaluna here was the late game finisher, which you don't need in the other deck because Reshiram can do more. And yeah. And then all of that stuff down there is old. I have not touched that deck since several weeks ago. But yeah, so that's the new strategy we're going to try out. Golden Flame and Fire Off, and we'll see how we do.